Okay, okay, so now that my 5 proposals have been presented, so now let me take questions. The first question is, why should I listen to you instead of my lawyers? What is it that you bring? Basically, what is it that I'm bringing to the table that allows Chipotle to want to listen to me as their consultant instead of a lawyer that went to law school? Like, here's the thing. Everything that I share in this presentation and these proposals, like, you got to keep in mind that, like, I got my bachelor's degree in communication studies, and, like, in communication, and it's like a lot of the things well, we'll get to that in a moment about my undergrad, but just to keep it simple, in a business, there's a dip. Every successful business, every successful athlete, every successful whatever it is you're doing, every successful student, there's a dip. There's a dip in anything, meaning there's going to be good and then there's going to be bad where things aren't going so well or something unexpected happens. But the key, as they say, is how you get back up and how do you react, right? So and it's all about keeping yourself composed and being professional when you communicate and you're trying to, especially in the business world, you have to be professional. You can't use profanity. You can't be unprofessional. So everything that I'm stating is so much of, like, it's like, how can I say it? It's more like we took we're taking all the appropriate steps logically and critical thinking wise, because everyone in business and every major requires some form of critical thinking. Even if you're an acting major, it's critical thinking. Every major, even acting. So all the steps that I presented in my proposal are critical thinking and really good strategies on how to get people to understand that we as Chipotle address the issue, that my 5 proposals mention how we're going to fix this issue and how this will never happen again, for people to realize this is a logical five proposal steps on what to do, and it's something that's most likely going to get a lot of numbers and people to listen and take it seriously. So that's the first question. The second question is going to be, if we were to get another celebrity to be like a spokesperson or to be a spokesperson for this campaign and sponsor Chipotle and be the face of Chipotle, who should we get? I mentioned Christian Pulisic, the soccer player who plays for Chelsea right now, and U.S. men's national team. But I also think we should get Demi Lovato, because Demi Lovato, I listen to her music. I'm seeing her series right now on Netflix on Dancing with the Devil, and she's a good actor as well. Because when growing up as a kid, I watched a lot of Disney Channel too, so she was on Disney Channel too. So I think that Demi talks a lot about, on her Instagram recently, and she always talks about eating disorders. She talks about depression. She stands up for people, especially with eating disorders. She always, even on Instagram the other day, she was posting about, eating disorders. We should spread more awareness, and this is something we shouldn't. Eating establishments like the frozen yogurt shop she used to go to should spread more awareness. So I feel like if people listen to Demi, and Demi's a really liked person, and she's a role model for people, and what she had to overcome in her life with eating disorders and drugs, and how she overcame that, and she's a role model to a lot of people, even to me. So I think Demi would be a really good sponsor for Chipotle, to let her be the face and say, hey, Chipotle's clean up its act. Food poisoning will never happen again. Believe. And the final question is, as a communication studies major, what did I... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The third question is, what social media platforms will we be using? It's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And in my communication studies program, the fourth question is, what are the things have I learned that have helped me to put this campaign together? Communicating with people, not just in a social situation, but in my life and in business. When I go to work and I sell shoes at Skechers, and in my life, I noticed that I'm able to critically think really well, a lot more better since I've been a comm major, and I know how to interact with people better, and I know how to. So it's basically critical thinking is the first thing I would say, being able to critically think, being able to identify different social situations with people and how to better address them and how to understand them. And I would say the third reason is being able to publicly speak better like this, and being able to write an argument down to get people to listen to me. Because in my communication studies classes I've taken as a comm major, I had to write arguments and research papers and presentations in front of my class to get them to listen to me. And they've always come up to me after class saying how great I was, and they actually believe me, and and I persuaded them. So that's good. And I would say the fourth reason is I know how to work with others, and instead of getting angry or upset, I listen to them, and I know how to communicate with them, so we reach a compromise. So those are the questions given after my presentation. Thank you.